When a man falls deeply in love, it doesn't always look the way you think it would. In fact, it's so subtle, so hidden, that most women completely miss the signs, and as a result, they end up feeling confused, hurt, or even doubting his love. But here's the secret. When a man truly falls, his actions change in powerful but quiet ways. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly what those hidden behaviors are, so you never misread a man's heart again. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a man pull away right after you got close? Maybe he was affectionate one moment, distant the next. Maybe he stopped saying "I love you" as much, or seemed lost in his own world after a romantic night. You're not crazy, you're not being needy, and you're definitely not asking for too much. The truth is, when a man falls deeply in love, it shakes him to his core. His instincts, his fears, his deepest hopes, they all wake up at once. But because men are taught to hide vulnerability, you won't always hear what's happening. You'll have to see it. So let's dive in. Here are the 7 hidden things men start doing when they've fallen deeply in love, and most women never notice. The 7 hidden things men do after falling deeply in love. 1. He becomes protective, quietly. You might not even notice it at first. It's in the way he instinctively moves you to the inside of the sidewalk when you're walking down a busy street. The way he places his hand gently on your lower back in a crowded room, subtly guiding you through. It's the way he glances around, not because he's paranoid, but because without even thinking about it, your safety is now a part of how he moves through the world. And it's not just physical protection, it's emotional too. If someone speaks to you with disrespect, even in a subtle way, you'll see it in his eyes. A flash of protectiveness. He may not always make a big scene, but you'll feel it. He becomes your quiet shield, defending your spirit, your reputation, your happiness, often without you even knowing it. And most beautifully, he protects your dreams too. He's the one telling you you're good enough, even when you're doubting yourself. He lifts you when life gets heavy. Because when a man loves you deeply, keeping you safe, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually, becomes second nature to him. Without words, without needing applause, just love in action. 2. He opens up, but only in his own way. When a man falls deeply in love, something shifts inside him. But you have to look closely, because it's easy to miss if you're only looking for big emotional speeches. Instead, it's quieter. Whether it's in the late-night car rides when he shares a memory he's never spoken of before. It's when he shows you the battle scars of his past. The failures, the fears, the things he normally tucks away where no one can see. Sometimes he opens up, not with deep conversations, but with actions. He invites you into his private world, the spaces he keeps for himself, his favorite childhood park, his secret creative hobby, his innermost dreams that he's afraid to say out loud. He lets you see the unfinished parts, the parts that aren't polished for public display. And when you listen, without rushing him, without judging him, you become the rare place where he can lay down his emotional armor. Because for a man who's fallen in love deeply, vulnerability isn't something he gives easily. But when he gives it to you, it's the loudest "I love you" you'll ever hear, even if he never says a word. 3. He prioritizes you in subtle daily ways. When a man is in love, his priorities shift, but again, not always in ways you expect. Maybe he used to spend every weekend with his buddies, but now he's checking what you're doing first. Maybe he's willing to rearrange meetings to have dinner with you, or he starts planning vacations, birthday surprises, cozy nights at home, and you're always included without him making a big show of it. Love isn't just in the big declarations. It's in the tiny daily decisions. Will this make her happy? Will this make her feel loved? And when you start to notice that you're no longer an option, you're a priority, know this: he's already fallen. 4. He gets nervous about losing you. You might think that when a man loves you deeply, he becomes more confident, but sometimes the exact opposite happens. Suddenly, he realizes he has something precious to lose, you. And that realization can make him hesitate. It can make him second-guess himself. It can even make him a little awkward at times. You might notice him acting a little jealous when he never did before, or being a little quieter after a beautiful night together, not because he's lost interest, but because he's overwhelmed by how much he cares. If he sometimes seems unsure, if he checks in a little more, if he looks at you like he's memorizing your face, congratulations, you've touched a part of him that he didn't even know existed. 5. He starts including you in his long-term vision. A man in love doesn't just live in the moment anymore. He starts thinking ahead. You'll hear it in little comments like, "One day, when we get a house," or "We should take a trip to Italy next year," or "When I retire, I want us to..." Notice the key word, we, not I. When a man weaves you into his dreams, his future plans, his bucket list, he's not just fantasizing. He's laying the bricks for a life he hopes you'll walk beside him. And most women miss it because it sounds casual, offhand, but in a man's heart, it's a major commitment. 6. His body language changes, without him knowing. Here's one of the most fascinating things about male psychology. When a man falls deeply in love, his body starts revealing the truth long before his words catch up. Watch closely. Does he lean towards you without realizing it? Does he mirror your movements? Do his eyes soften when he looks at you? Even when you're not doing anything special. Even tough, reserved men can't hide these signs. Their bodies instinctively seek closeness with the person they love. And if you catch him doing small things, like touching your hand absent-mindedly, brushing your hair away, tucking your coat around you when it's cold, know this: those tiny gestures are massive. They are love made visible. Are you seeing some of these signs already? If yes, comment below and tell me which one you recognize most, because we're not done yet. The next one is the rarest and the most powerful. 7. He wants to be a better man for you. Now, if you only remember one thing from this entire video, remember this. When a man falls deeply, soul-shakingly in love, something incredible happens inside him. He starts wanting to be more. Not because you nag him, not because you demand it, but because deep down, he wants to be the man he thinks you deserve. You'll notice him setting bigger goals, taking better care of himself, stepping up in ways he never did before. And the beautiful part is, it's not about proving himself. It's about building himself. When a man loves you truly, you inspire him to chase his dreams harder, to heal his wounds faster, to love himself deeper. Because in your eyes, he sees the man he hopes to become. So if you're wondering, is he serious about me? Look beyond the big romantic gestures. Look at the quiet changes, the way he holds your hand just a little tighter, the way he listens a little longer, the way he says we instead of me, the way he smiles when he thinks you're not looking. Because real love, it's not loud, it's not flashy, it's in the silent moments when his soul whispers, "I'm yours." If you loved this video and it opened your eyes to things you never noticed before, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to dive even deeper into the secret ways men show love, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. And hey, if you already have a man who's doing these things, hold him close, because love like that is rare, and so are you.